What's up, everybody? Brett here, back today playing some more Ball Pit, and we are picking up where we left off last time. The one big thing that I really want to accomplish today, finally, is building the matchmaker to see what this is all about. I'm almost positive we're going to be able to do it, unless perhaps we unlock a bunch of other really cool buildings that get in the way. But I don't see that happening. We've got a lot of stuff built. Our town is a bit disorganized, but organized enough to accomplish everything we need to accomplish. Let's go ahead and harvest before we jump into a run here. Something like that. There we go. That's all I wanted. And then we're going to send the rest of these guys out into the universe. Just need to hit that once or twice more, perhaps. Are we going to get lucky on some of these bounces? Maybe not. We did get the Shroom trophy done. I don't even know what this building is. And we finished upgrading one of our farms, which is cool. What is this? The consulate. What does the consulate do? I don't remember, but it's level 4. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into a run here. We unlocked at the end of the last episode the Shieldbearer, which starts with the iron ball. He holds a large shield that bounces back balls that hit it. Balls deal 100% more damage each time they bounce off the shield. So I think this is the Pong character. And to start off today, let's try to take him to the boneyard, man. And see if he's got the milkshake to bring all the bones to the yard. Ah, so it straight up is just Pong. Hilarious. I was about to say, and if we miss, that's on me. Okay, so for once, we're actually going to have to pay attention, for real, to the balls coming back to us. And I'm also noticing that our pickup range is such, now, thanks to that magnetic building that we built, that I don't have to go and run and grab all the stuff on the ground, which is huge for this character, because it'll allow me to really focus on just playing Pong, instead of trying to grab everything. So that's big stuff. So this is a new ball for us. We've never even seen the cell ball yet. It splits into a clone on hit 2 times. This may not be a great ball for us, because it makes way more balls that we have to pick up. Or maybe it's a really good one, because more balls equals more bounces equals more damage. Oh my god. So the little experience deals, they kind of look like balls coming back to us. I'm not ready to banish anything yet. Let's just upgrade. And remember, we also unlocked a building that made it so that our starting balls begin upgraded, which is a pretty big advantage. And if we get the opportunity... Let's see, do I move up here? Is that the strat? Just get as close as possible? I think it is. But yeah, it's a massive advantage. Yeah, we only have 2 unlocks. That sucks. That was a really weak vision. We really wanted to get this extra ball first. I'm talking and not playing optimally, but that's okay. So if I jump further back, maybe it's a little easier to get more bounces. I wonder if there's anything that increases the size of my wall. Maybe that would be too strong. And if an enemy hits or shoots my wall, does that hurt me? Or is it just my character? These are the questions. Once again, I don't want to banish that. Let's grab this and see if there's any evolutions for us. There's a fusion or a really weak fission. I'll take the fission. I mostly just want to see if there's any evolutions for us with the cell ball. So obviously there isn't for the cell plus iron, but maybe there is for cell plus the earth ball. Or even iron plus earth. I don't think we've seen that yet. Or else it would be revealed to us. Yeah, if we can get close, I think that's the move. And yeah, we unlocked the magnet building, but it looks like, I mean, I don't have to worry about picking stuff up ever again, is what it's feeling like. bleed ball here for potentially more synergies. Yeah, and we get an evolution. So cell plus earth. Let's see what that makes. And we get an overgrowth ball. Applies 1 stack of overgrowth. Upon reaching 3, consume all stacks and deal 216 to 288 damage to all enemies in the 3x squared tile space. That's a lot of damage. And if we're standing very close, getting 3 bounces shouldn't be that hard. I mean, look at some of the numbers off that iron ball. If we just keep the bounces going, the numbers get huge. Happy to take an ice ball. This is one of the new passives we picked up, the spiked collar. Which may be very synergistic. As well as the rubber headband. This will make it harder for us to catch the balls after they bounce a bunch. This, because we want to be so close to the enemies, we're already kind of in melee range often. But I think we're just going to prioritize taking the ball. If either of those come back, we'll probably be happy to take them. Trying to play a little Pong here. We got a nice rhythm going. I say as I miss him. We had a nice rhythm going. Yep. Level up the baseballs. Ah, I'm missing. I'm whiffing. Gotta get rid of these nerds. Ethereal Cloak is strong. Would that be good for us, though? I'm not sure. I see the benefit of the piercing. But we want the balls to bounce to deal extra damage. Or maybe they only get extra damage from bouncing off of us. Hopefully I'm not misunderstanding that. We've got another evolution that I haven't made before. The bleed plus the iron ball. Cool. And that is the hemorrhage ball. Inflicts 3 stacks of bleed when hitting an enemy with 12 stacks of bleed or more. Consumes all stacks and deals 20% of their current health. I wonder if that works on bosses. And this will give us another evolution with the ice ball, so that's huge. We're going to take that. Try to get those, keep bouncing, juggle them. We're sending them right up the middle, which is definitely the easiest way to catch them. Man, does this character just not have to pick up anything? I don't think it says that anywhere in his little bio. You get in trouble when you start kind of going cross-eyed on them. You're looking at one, trying to pick up the other. So this would be a character where movement speed would be huge. Those boots, for once, might end up being like one of the best passive pickups. Gonna make it way easier for me to catch the balls. I'll banish this and I'll banish this. I'm not that interested in either of those, and I don't want to see them again in the pool. That's alright, I'll take that. What we really want is the level 3 on our ice ball. So we can get that next evolution. Yeah, that's gonna do huge damage. Get in there. Awesome. Okay, what do we have here? Let's re-roll. Let's take the level 3. Now we've got the guaranteed evolution right now, which will set us up to grab a 4th ball. Huge. And that is the Glacier. Take a second to read that if you'd like. But we've got tons of AoE going on. That was a whiff. I'm focused, man. You can probably tell I'm not talking that much. I'm like zoomed in. This is fun though. It's like every character in this game has been really well thought out, I think. Giving you another new way to play the game. It's kind of even like a matter of preference. Maybe some people are playing this game and thinking that this part of the game itself isn't that interesting, right? I think we have enough AoE. The lightning ball maybe not that necessary. Like, they want to play this game more like Pong. And this is the character that lets you do that. So that's pretty cool. And some people might like the base building stuff more. Alright, let's get rid of these guys. The Protective Charm. Gain a shield that blocks the next damage you would receive. This is cool. I don't think we need it, though. We're already near the end of this run. And we're sitting essentially at full health. So we've got a fusion here. Let's see what that looks like. Merging these two together. Merging 2 evolved together to make an insane ball. We're going to really want to prioritize hitting this one. I don't even know if that's good, to be honest. Because look how slow it is. Yeah, I don't know if that's any good, what we just did. That may not have been the move. Like, it might have been so bad that we just kind of ruined the run. It does a ton of, like, single target damage once it applies all the stacks. And this is the ball we were talking about earlier, but now we need a 4th ball here. And I don't know if we're going to have enough time to level everything. But we were starting to fall behind DPS-wise, and if we don't get a 4th ball, I think we would have been in a lot of trouble. Or I was going to have to play out of my gourd to not die. Alright, big pigeon here. We need a big one. That was huge. That's going to give us the ability to evolve this ball probably before the boss shows up. I mean, certainly. Which I think we want to do. We can leverage our HP a little bit. We're not hurting. And at this point, we may just start taking these effigies. They do something. They do damage, they block. They might even bounce the balls back if they hit them from the top. Maybe effigies are a good synergy with this character. Yeah, they do. Look, check that out. Good to know. That might be like a bit of a, maybe not a huge synergy, but if you had a whole board filled with effigies, you'd be getting tons of, like, kind of incidental bounces. Yeah, I think fusing those balls was a mistake. The Wretched Onion. This is cool for right now because we're getting flooded. But for the boss, I don't think that does anything. Let's roll. Same with the spiked collar. Sure, I'll just take that. We'll evolve. Get the swamp ball. And see if we can't get another 4th ball before the battle starts. If I remember right, the swamp ball is pretty damn strong. We're spreading a ton of poison. Ooh, maybe the effigies aren't good. Maybe hitting them in the back is really bad for us. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just bad and I'm not catching them enough. Either of those scenarios is probable. And here comes the boss. We just picked up a ball that pierces, which will help us against this boss. It'll bypass his invulnerable body. But I mean, not if we die before the boss even gets here. What the hell? We're getting swarmed right at the finish line. Well, that was helpful. Okay, I'm trying to stay in the zone right now. And it's all about dodging. We really lucked out there. And I have to keep my eyes on my character. I don't think I need to focus that much on trying to catch the balls, because if I do that, I may dodge poorly. But the angle we need is just to go along the side to get behind him. This might take a second, man. We're not going to hit that often, but our balls do a ton of damage. They do like 700 damage a shot, if we can hit them. Is that a good angle? It's hard to tell. Maybe a little more up. Alright, we got him below half HP. That's a good sign for us. Dodging, like my life depends on it. I don't know if you guys like, I don't know how many other YouTube channels you guys watch. One of my favorite YouTube channels for years and years, I watch a dude called Northern Lion. Plays a lot of indie games, a lot of the ones that I play. The dude is hilarious. And I was watching him. He's recently gone back to playing The Binding of Isaac, which is a game that I love, but I'm not that good at. But it's very much a bullet hell dodging style game. And he's maybe the greatest of all time at playing that particular game. Yeah, if you haven't ever heard of him, check him out. Highly recommend him for his gameplay and his sense of humor. We killed him. Sick. Okay. Our first run with this character, I think he's cool, but he's definitely not without his challenges. And at level 1, yeah, he was a little weak, but he does have the benefit of all of our buildings powering him up. Gonna buff our Boneyard Trophy. Let's return to base, harvest what we can. Hoping to have enough resources to get that matchmaker building. And And I think we're going to be very close. And as a matter of fact, we have someone here who's unassigned. We do. Sure. You go get the wheat. We don't have any wheat around there to harvest. No. Let's not do that yet. I need wheat. So I need very little wheat, actually. I have probably the resources on me to just buy what I need. Done. And with that, we can finally make this building a reality. And with a little bit of rearrangement, we could probably guarantee that that gets built right away. Something like that. If we wanted to really guarantee it's going to get built right away, we would do this. And I think we will. See, we get 2 hits on each bounce. That's awesome. Yep, I guaranteed it. If I wouldn't have put this here, they'd be flying all over, harvesting more stuff for us. It's okay. I really just wanted to get this matchmaker done. That way we could check out this... Man, look how fast they're going. Jesus. So we could check out how this works. So you don't need to be here anymore. You don't need to be here. And you, sir, what is it you do? Secondary character's ball starts at level 2. Okay. That's the upgrade for this, which is also very expensive. We're going to have to be looking for some additional upgrades here. And with our ability to build, let's just go ahead and outfit another one of those. Probably going to outfit another forest harvesting deal as well. Probably even another gold mine. We'll save the cash. For right now, though, how do I make that work? So let's go to play. How do we match make? So like if we want to take you to the fungal forest, like he's got piercing. If we mix piercing, let's say with this character who gets double the balls, like that could be a really strong synergy. How does that work? Bring a second character. And I'm assuming I control them all, right? This is not like a co-op. Let's go to the fungal forest. I mean, is this going to be overpowered? I don't know. Or is it going to be really hard because now we have to dodge? So now we've got... I wonder if their abilities don't apply to each other. So like the mummies only got piercing and the other guys got the bonuses from the bouncing and their respective abilities don't mix. And interesting too, because this is a double character, we don't take them both. Yeah, let's get the cell ball. That's cool. We get a new ball. And it looks like it told me what the evolution was. I don't think I've ever made that one before. Or maybe we have and I don't remember. In the last episode, maybe. Remember in this map, the most important thing is that we really focus down the special plants. Oh, excuse me, guys. I couldn't hit the pause button in time. I had a big sneeze going. Let's banish this. I don't think we're going to want that. And let's re-roll for a 4th ball. And we get one. We get the egg sac, which I'd like to see synergized with the brood mother, perhaps. So the most important balls to destroy, are enemies to destroy, I think, are these plants here. Because they speed up the enemies. Wow, that sucks. We have not been getting very lucky with our RNG lately. And you'll notice our pickup range is nowhere near what it was when playing as that other character. So I can only surmise... Yeah, maybe we lean into the baby ball synergy. I can only surmise that that one character has huge pickup range, or infinite pickup range. The Shieldbearer guy. We'll take the upgraded cell there. If we had gotten a little more lucky on our upgrades, we'd have multiple balls at level 3 and we'd be able to evolve right now instead of using fission. Yeah, and even that was pretty terrible too. So we're going to have to use our upgrade there. I'm not saying this is a one run, but this feels pretty overpowered as a game mechanic. I'm not sure if we're expected to do this every time, or if this is something that, like, as we unlock the next stage of the game, it's going to be expected because of the difficulty spike from the 5th level. We still have to beat this level 2 more times in order to unlock level 5. Yep, I think we just upgrade the balls so that we can guarantee we get an evolution. I would like to level 1 more time before picking that up, even though we're not that close to a level. But we've got a long way to go before we need to pick it up. Man, we're getting hit, man. There we go. And with that, let's go grab our evolution. We've got 4 of them, including some new ones, which I'm very tempted to get. I think this is really cool, especially if we want to do the baby ball synergies. And I think virus is also really cool. And then we have the option for another new ball. I generally tend towards getting the new stuff, but who's to say we can't get another egg sac ball or even brood mother ball and try to make that work. Okay, mini boss time. I don't remember what these guys do. Probably can just come over here and do this, and that guy down there is just going to be incidentally killed by poison or random ball bounces. Switching back and forth to not get hit by the AoE. I'm down to take a lightning ball. I mean, that was awesome. And we picked up a new blueprint. The Road Keeper increases the movement speed during harvests by 10%. Awesome. We're going to want to build that ASAP. Let's level up the lightning ball. We've got another evolution, the virus. Cool pickup. If we get another cell, that would be awesome. Because I do want to see those evolutions. And man, getting slowed by those projectiles is rough, because it makes it so that it's a lot harder to dodge these AoEs. I can't turn this down. I love the laser balls. They're so much fun visually, and I think they're just good. They synergize so well with pretty much every ball. See if we can get in here without hitting anything. Nice. And they're able to really pick out those speeding enemies. Awesome. This is looking very strong so far. We're going to banish this. Upgrade this. And because we're not likely to get another level, we'll run down here and pick this up. Happy to get all that. Nice power spike for us. Man, the laser ball's doing work, huh? Alright. Reminder not to go too far up. Change the trajectory of our balls a little bit here. There we go. We managed to get them in the back. I'm going to pass on the fusion and go for the fission instead. We are crushing, man. Yeah, are we just cheating? Playing as two characters? Is that what's happening? I'll reserve judgment, like I said, until we get to the 5th stage of this game. Because maybe it's so much harder that this is like the only way to play now. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. This gives us baby balls, which we have talked about leaning into. Yeah, I'll take it. I don't want the fusions. I'll take the fission. All of our balls are at level 3. I don't know if the laser and the lightning mix into anything. They might not. Let's see what a little angle change here might do. Ah, getting slowed down pretty heavily. As soon as I focus up range, I get hit by something down range. Do what we did for the last mini boss and get on the side. Get tons of bounces going. Get the baby rattle. Man, we are slow. Brutal. Yeah, let's re-roll. And we also grabbed an Abby. Increased experience gain by 5%. Cool. And that shouldn't be that hard to make. So now we're getting to the point where we just need to fuse this stuff. And I think we definitely want to mix the laser perhaps with the virus. Let's start adding these to our evolved balls. And this should apply a lot more of those stacks of disease to everything that's in the same row. So if we were melting before, we should really be melting now. And once again, that also opens up the 4th ball slot for something else. Perhaps something that we can get to synergize. Yeah, with the lightning ball. That's exactly what I was going to say. So sweet. Let's take that. Would love this as well. But it doesn't synergize as far as we know with lightning. Get in their face. We don't want to fuse. Let's take fission. Awesome. And that's exactly what we needed. So we just need one more of those in order to evolve the last time. And I think we have enough time before the final boss to do that and then still grab another ball. We could also use an additional passive. Anything that synergizes with the baby ball stuff that we've been doing would be awesome. I mean, look at all the baby balls. I'm going to re-roll. And I'll take this. It does make way more baby balls, but only during the waves. But the thing is, the final boss of this stage spawns a ton of enemies. So we're going to be picking up gems, I think, for like the rest of the run. Oh, wow. We took a ton of damage there. That was bad. Our balls are stuck at the top. That's not good, man. And there's so many speedy dudes that we're getting wrecked. We don't want to stand in that, but we also can't take this hit or we're going to die. Oh my god. How did our balls get stuck in the back? What happened? No. A devastating loss. And I thought we were overpowered, man. Cool thing, though, we're getting experience on both these characters. But I thought we had that in the bag. Damn. Yeah, I'm devastated. That sucks. Let's build what we can build. We know we want one of those. We know we want one of these. And those are the new unlocks. Anything that we can upgrade. Let's rearrange here. Our base is getting very messy. Can rotate this. It doesn't really matter what we do here. Could do something like that. Let's see if we can upgrade anything. Anything with some relevance. These are all our housing buildings. We can't really upgrade those. We don't have a lot of gold, which may be the big hindrance in not being able to upgrade stuff. But that was fun. I think we even chose a really strong synergy there. I'm not that interested in upgrading the spa. Anything that gives me more stats on the battlefield, I think, is the better move. Yeah, without gold, we can't really upgrade the rest of this stuff. That's okay. We'll just switch these out. Keep everything nice and neat here. I want to finish these buildings, but I kind of want to give the balls a way out. Something like that. We'll shoot in here, bounce, 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 maybe hit these, maybe not. Yeah, let's harvest. Something like that. That's giving us tons of hits. Looks like we already finished 2 of the buildings. And got this one at least halfway done for now. Some of these dudes are going supersonic, man. So we got the extra experience gain and we got the extra harvest movement speed. And to upgrade that, yeah, we don't have the sauce for more upgrades just yet. We're gonna have to come back and get those. All right, well, let's jump into another build here. I'd like to take down the fungal forest. Balls shoot from the back, and then balls always pierce until they hit a wall. Shooting from the back and piercing seems good. Shooting twice as fast. This with anybody is great. I want to take characters who haven't beaten the forest yet. A sorrowful specimen. Okay, balls deal 5% more damage each time they bounce, but when they hit the back wall, they return to the player. Maybe there's something genius here with this character and this character, or maybe it's the worst synergy ever. But we haven't even beaten the Boneyard with this character. Which is shocking. Kind of just looking around real quick. What happens if you take the cogitator with someone? Do we just not get to pick anything? Let's take him. And let's take him with this guy. And we'll take him to the snowy shores. Because that'll give us double unlocks. And I'm just curious whether or not we'll get a chance to pick anything. Okay, weird. So we've got the two balls, but they're standing vertically. I'm not sure why. So yeah, I'm not picking. Interesting. You know what? I wonder if you get the effects of the character you picked first. That might be what's happening here. So because we picked the cogitator first, I bet we can't pick. And maybe that means we're not getting the benefit of the ball bouncing. I'm going to have to watch to see if the balls teleport back to us. And his ball is the ice ball. No, it came right back to us. So we do have the effect of the repentant, but maybe only on his ball. I'm going to have to watch the other balls to see if they hit the back wall and then zoom back to us. I want to understand how this mechanic works. But getting double blueprints and double unlocks here would be huge. Let's get the level ups. We don't get to choose. I mean, that's awesome. Okay, I'm watching now since I don't have to focus that much. It looks like the balls just come right back to me. They pierce through from the back. With all the balls. So that should mean that even the... What's his name? The cogitant or the coginator or whatever his name is. He also gets the benefit from the multiple ball bounces. So we want to make them bounce as much as possible. Which generally means, I think, shooting sideways. And we're going to get a very powerful evolution here. The frost plus the vertical laser. And we get the freeze ray from that. And we also get the dark ball now. Man, I can't believe we lost that last run. That sucked. To get that far. And in the end, it doesn't even matter. Though I tried so hard and got so far. Man, you know what I've been listening to a lot? Is the AI versions of different songs. I know a lot of you probably have been. Some of them are good, man. I feel kind of the same way on the controversial issue of like AI taking jobs from artists. However, a Linkin Park song, which I've been listening to, I bought the CD years ago as a kid. We get Vampire Lord here. Sick. I don't feel that bad about going back and listening to an AI's rendition. A soulful rendition of Linkin Park songs. Kind of fun. More than anything. I know the 50 Cent ones have been getting real popular. And those are awesome. But I stumbled across the Linkin Park ones the other day and I thought they were great. Can we get up there? Looked like he was frozen and not taking any damage. We can get the balls in there, get some huge bounces. Make sure we're not getting snuck up on. The Cogitator's doing a great job of making sure we get all these evolutions going. No passives yet, though. Now, I was going to ask, will the AI continue to get lucky? And Overflowing Chalice is something I don't think we've ever even taken. But with this vampiric looking build, might be good. Although generally I think if we're far ahead and playing well, we don't need lifesteal as a mechanic. So it feels a bit useless to me. Though maybe there are builds that revolve around just getting tons and tons of lifesteal and not even caring if the enemies make it to the end. And I just haven't made that particular build yet. See if we can get into this corner. Our angle's a little off here. There we go. We want bounces. We want to get to the back to get the piercing. There we go. The Shadow Ball doesn't really play well with this bounce synergy because it dissipates on hit. Not get hit by those icicles. Our balls destroy the projectiles that are coming close to hitting us. So if we're confident that our balls are going to destroy them, we don't have to worry about dodging. Those are some good angles. Getting work done. Happy to see our strongest ball get level 3 here before we get to the next mini boss. Okay, we got to clear this. Yeah, the Shadow Ball kind of ruins the bounce synergy a little. And we're going to get our Noxious upgrade here. Cool. So now the ball passes through. That's, I mean, that got rid of what I was just talking about, which was the lack of synergy with the Shadow Ball. Now it has piercing, which doesn't have great synergy with our bounces. But it's such a strong ball, I'd rather have it than not have it. Man, what a rare maybe miss from the AI here, not grabbing the fireball. And instead opting to level up the chalice, which is kind of useless. Unless the AI knows something I don't know. Which it probably knows a zillion things that I don't know. Yeah, not taking the laser ball either. What? Very, very interesting. Now taking the laser ball and not the cell ball. Making sure we're getting plenty of bounces here. Noxious Ball level 2, sweet. And it's going to opt to fuse the Vampire Lord with the Freeze Ray to make a Super Ball. Didn't give me a chance to read that. I could pause it and read it, but I think we generally get what it does. It just mixes the effects of both balls. Is that good? I don't know. And it's going to continue leveling up this rubber band. Sweet. This is such a good game. If I wasn't talking right now, I would just be mindlessly thinking about what I got to do today. I got a doctor's appointment later with the GI peeps. For those of you who've been watching my channel long enough, you know over the years I've talked about like my ulcerative colitis issues. I know there's probably some of you out there who suffer with something similar. Maybe not ulcerative colitis, maybe Crohn's disease, maybe IBS stuff. Yeah, I gotta go do a follow-up today. Maybe see if I can get on some new medication. Maybe. It's been years and years for me. I don't have a colon anymore. But it'd be nice to be in remission for the symptoms that I do still have. So we're going to talk about some new medications today, and I'm kind of excited about that. In my mid-30s, to still not be in remission feels pretty crappy. But the drugs that exist today for ulcerative colitis that didn't exist back when I first got sick, like 15 years ago, is pretty awesome to see the development. Even if it doesn't end up ever helping me, you know, my kids might end up one day cursed with this crap. And I would like to see them have options for treatment better than what I had. So I'm excited. I'm kind of excited for that doctor's appointment, and normally I'm not, because not much ever really comes of it. Just keep taking antibiotics forever. Seems to be my current course. I don't know about you guys, but today for me is Monday. I had a pretty fun end of my weekend on Sunday. I've been getting into bouldering with some of my friends. And we go for like an hour and a half or whatever and just do like rock climbing, indoor rock climbing. And we're pretty good at it. We all do jiu-jitsu together, so we all have pretty decent grips. We're all in decent shape. So we can get up to like some of these like kind of higher difficulty, not higher difficulty, I don't want to act like they're super hard by bouldering standards, but the average person would probably struggle to do some of the climbing that we're doing. And it is so much fun, man. It's just like solving puzzles on the wall. And me and my buddy this weekend, or yesterday, Sunday, we knocked out some awesome climbing. And in the spot where we go, it's kind of a cool downtown spot. Sort of hip. I myself am not very hip, as you could probably tell by the words that I use in describing how something is cool. But they had like a vintage clothing sale with a bunch of like cool, I don't know, not quite antiques, kind of junk more than anything. But it was awesome. They just had tons of people out there downtown, kind of like trying to sell their stuff. Walked around there, looked at that stuff. Just generally had a nice time, man. Got out of the house with beautiful weather. Video games are cool, man, but you gotta get outside, you know? That's where all the real life happens. I appreciate some good escapism, probably more so than most people. Whenever your body hurts, or you've got some sort of, you know, chronic illness, the escapism of video games is so invaluable, man. Some people, I've been judged before for playing video games, certainly, which is part of the reason I created the YouTube channel in the first place. Is to try to, like, at least in my own life, remove some of the stigma that playing video games, as an adult at least, and as a kid, man, I suffered some of that. But as an adult with a chronic illness, developing a community around them, and just generally having something that could take my mind off of the pain that I'm in a lot of the time, it's so valuable, man. And I know, even if it's not, you know, UC adjacent issues, some of you guys might have other medical issues. I'd be curious to hear about some of your experiences with that. YouTube's not the best forum for sharing those things, but I discovered way too late in life that there were other people like me. I'm just not a person that thinks of those things. I'm not like a Reddit guy. I definitely don't go on a lot of the like the medical forums that exist for people who deal with stuff like cancer. And I only discovered like way too late that there's a huge community based around ulcerative colitis and my particular issues. So of course we beat that boss pretty easily. This mix of character deal is pretty fun. The housing ability has been upgraded. We haven't been making full use of that, so it's not that big of a deal. But happy to get these both done. None of that really matters. We've greatly empowered our snowy trophy. And let's return to base. and see perhaps what we can upgrade with all of the resources that we have now gathered. I'll just upgrade anything. I don't think it really matters. Increase our movement speed, just straight up increase our experience bonus. And probably upgrade our harvesting. Sure, whatever. We'll upgrade. Rearrange these two. Gonna want to rearrange this. Sorry guys, keep hitting the wrong button there. We need to use R to rotate, if rotating is indeed what we want to do. Anything else? Because we can make a little more room here if we have some additional upgrades. Yeah, improving our strength seems like a big one. Get this guy out of the way here, put this here. And I'm not gonna belabor this too much. Let's just try to see what we can unlock here. So we got 2 done, 3 done, 4 done. I was hoping this would happen a bit more than it is. Come on, a little bit more. We got another second. Yeah, we got everything done. Awesome. So 5 buildings in one go. Sweet. And with that, I think we're done for the day, unless there's anything else I can build or upgrade before we jump into tomorrow's episode. A lot of these look like they're maybe already maxed out, or are going to require some huge investments to upgrade. Yeah, and I went on a bit of a tangent there talking about the medical stuff, guys, but I know it's relevant to some of y'all out there. I hope you don't mind. It's definitely relevant to my life. And it's just what's going on with me. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today's episode, y'all. We're running pretty damn close to an hour. And we accomplished quite a bit. The biggest thing that I wanted to set out to do today, we did, which was to experiment with the matchmaking portion of the game, and also to play as the new character, the Shieldbearer. And when we come back next time, we're going to try to unlock the 5th level by taking matchmaked characters to the fungal forest. And yeah, I think that's what we're going to like hyper focus on in the next episode, so that way we can get to the 5th level. But that's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Brett, channel's Good Talk Gaming, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.